Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Coffee Break with Josh Mountain Design, myself, Josh, and Amanda.
Hey guys.
What are we going to talk about today, Amanda?
We are going to talk about some of our favorite top trends and some of our not so favorite.
Yes, the
trends.
things we love to love and the things we don't love, like at all. So we'll talk about those because this is a really fun topic, right?
It is.
You always like scroll through Facebook and you see these little things like the trends that are coming in, the trends that are going out, and it's like, yeah, they're fun and everything, but like some of them I feel like are a little wishy-washy, right? At least in my opinion.
They are. I agree.
Yeah.
And again, design is subjective.
Absolutely.
So we
Absolutely.
are not here to offend. So if you like one of these trends, you stick to it.
Yes, that's true because it really is, and it's all personal to you.
Right.
There are certain things that, I mean, I might be spiraling, that you should probably try to avoid, like mauve.
Mauve.
I know, mauve. Not like ant mauve, but like the color mauve. Like we need to try to avoid that. That is like the one, if you have mauve in your house, give us a call. We'll just change it out. Maybe we'll just push it into like the green or like
something else.
Coral. Mauve, coral. That's a nice transition, right? Anyway, as I segue, no, it is really personal. Design is personal. Amanda's absolutely right. And you want to make sure that even if we do say something that you are really loving for the dislikes, or maybe you hate and we love, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's art, and art is fun. So
right. And just because something is trending and everyone loves it doesn't mean that you have to love it.
Yes.
That's also important.
Yes. Which you'll probably see, our trends, the things that we like in the trends, aren't really trends, in my opinion.
They're not.
They're not. They're like safe trends because going too trendy can really steer you in the wrong direction. Because in 5 years, you'll be like, what was I doing?
Exactly.
Yeah. So we want to avoid that. So you want to start?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to do? Yeah. Which one?
Do you want to do likes first?
Yeah. Let's do.
Okay.
Let's do likes. Let's do
like. Huh?
Yeah. Let's do likes.
Okay,
Likes is good.
we'll do
Okay.
likes.
All right. First thing that we love is the rule of three. Right, Amanda? I mean, our entire careers are built on the rule of three. Amanda and I. It's like literally what we did every day and do every day, and it's for years and years and years. So the rule of three is simple. The eye is appealed to odd numbers. That's literally it. So ones, threes, fives. It's just it resonates very nicely in the brain. It's easy. It's palatable. And it's really nice. It's a nice way to group colors and pairings and things like that. The brain doesn't really take in, and what am I trying to say? The brain doesn't find even numbers as comforting as odd numbers. There's a lot of science behind this. To be honest with you, I don't really understand it, but what I do understand is that odd numbers look better. So there must be something to it. So we're talking about picture frames on walls. We're talking about
decor.
Yes. Groupings of decor. I mean, you can see on our table, actually, we have 2 books and a fake green on top. That's a pairing of 3.
And 2, just wouldn't look.
Yeah,
nice.
Here, actually, we'll show you. What are we doing with those? They're just
boring.
There. Yeah.
It's boring.
We just left them there. That's sad. It's really, and then if you take this away, you just have 1. It's a little better.
Yeah.
Like that's the book we're trying to show everybody.
Exactly.
Joanna. But, groups of 3, that is the way to do it. And it's really with anything, truly anything. Again, artwork is a really good example of this. You have a set of 3 that go horizontal, 3 pieces of art on a wall. You can even go vertical with 3 pieces. Yep. You can actually use elements within your space, your home, your room, such as like a window or even sometimes, this is going to sound a little weird, but sometimes if there's like a thermometer or a thermostat, on a wall, I will actually incorporate that into the design as part of my 3 grouping.
Oh.
Because you can't avoid it.
Interesting.
So why would you try, like if you add 3 pieces of art and then you have, the thermostat, it looks like a 4th.
Overwhelming.
So like it sounds really weird, but you can incorporate parts of the property, again, like a window, and that will help tremendously. So groupings of 3, we love them.
Solid.
Amazing, especially when you're doing table settings.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on. Next one.
This is one of my personal favorites, but kitchen cabinets.
Yes.
Recently, you might have seen, again, this is a little bit of a trend right now, so you'll either love it or you'll hate it. But changing up the color on your cabinet. So having your uppers be one color and having your lowers be a different color.
Yes.
Or maybe you have uppers and lowers one color and you have an island and you want to do the base of your island a different color. But I really like that look. It adds a little bit more dimension and depth in a kitchen, and I think it, you know,
it's a great way to add a lot of, like you said, dimension and color and interest into a kitchen. Even a bathroom is a good example of that. Some bathrooms do have, you know, the cabinet style uppers where it like sits on the actual counter base, like, or on the stone, if you will. And those can sometimes be different, so it adds that level of intrigue. How many times do we get calls for designs in kitchens and they're like, our kitchen is too stark, it's too white, because they designed it to be currently on trend with, you know, white stone and white cabinets, and then they get in there and they're like, what do I do? It's all so white.
It's all white.
And the first thing we recommend is resurfacing the island cabinets to make them a different texture, maybe a wood texture, or just paint them, and it'll take it really far.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with white kitchens, of course. And
like
Josh said, that's been the trend lately.
Yeah.
But it gets to me a little boring.
Stark.
And it's all one color and it's very monotone.
It is.
And there's no, you know, you just gotta freshen it up a little bit. I actually did white uppers in my home, and we painted our lowers black and gold hardware.
Love it. Do you know the color you used?
I think we did.
Okay. Okay.
We'll post it for you.
Erica will put it right here. This is the color that Amanda used to paint her lowers. So yeah, actually that's a good one. So that is a trend that we do like right now, and that is probably the most trendy of the ones we're kind of talking about today, but it's a safe one and it'll get you by for a long time. And then I think the last like, because we're doing 3 and 3, the last like that we'll throw out there that we love right now is to ditch all the style trends altogether. All those trendy names that you know of and you hear all the time, and you're like, am I coastal, am I traditional, am I contemporary? Get rid of all that stuff. That stuff doesn't even matter anymore. The idea is to create a space that you're comfortable in and mix all the styles that you're comfortable with. I mean, we're forever designing properties and rooms, and we're adding mid-century modern pieces, we're adding Art Deco pieces, we're adding contemporary pieces and traditional pieces, and we're adding in specific art that the client loves, or photos of their family, or pieces that were handed down to them from, you know, their great-great-grandfather. We're adding these into spaces, and it comes together beautifully. So like, mix the old, mix the new, mix the personal touches. That builds a better space than any of these design trends that you hear online. Any of them.
It's important, like Josh said, to really layer in those different elements and maybe not stick to just one specific theme. Because really, you want your home to look, and I think this will be a good segue into our dislikes. But you want your home to look as if it was just, it came about that way. That you didn't try too hard to set it up, but you've lived in and you've built this look and layered in these different pieces over time. So it looks natural and organic.
Yours.
And
it's
yours. And
it's yours.
Personal. And it's not too
matchy-matchy.
Matchy-matchy.
All right, so we're going into the dislikes. We've given you our 3 likes that we love to love right now, but the dislikes, here we go. We'll kind of just hit these and move on. Matchy-matchy. Guys, oh my gosh, do not go buy a bedroom set from somewhere and buy all the pieces the same. Don't do that with the living room. Matchy-matchy, in our opinion, is bad. It's bad. It's generic. It's just not good. It's just not good. There's no personality. There's absolutely zero depth or dimension or character. Matchy-matchy is bad. And that includes picture frames, as far as I'm concerned, right? Lamps.
Absolutely.
Like, your side tables in your bedroom should probably not match your dresser, if you have a dresser. Your headboard can be different than your side tables. Have fun with these elements. I mean, have fun with the bedding that you select and the pillows that you put on your bed. In the living room, your side tables can be different than your coffee table. These just have fun with it. That's the whole point.
And if you like the look of maybe 3 of them matching. So maybe
absolutely,
maybe your end tables and your dresser, or your end tables and your coffee table are one cohesive. Mix in another element.
Absolutely.
So like Josh
cocktail
said,
tables.
Cocktail tables.
Yes.
Your headboard.
Yes.
Accent chairs. Add in these other pieces so it doesn't, again, it looks organic.
Yes.
And it doesn't look like you went into the showroom and you said, I'll just take this right here.
Yeah, you don't want that. You want more personality. You are your own individual person, and the number one goal in design is to capture the essence of each individual person and bring their space to life. To bring your space to life, really, because it's your personality. And why would you steal someone else's identity? You don't need to do that. So you can layer in the things that you love. And that brings us to our next dislike, staged homes. Now this is interesting, right? Because we're a staging company and an interior design company and a property marketing company. We do a lot. But the idea is that a staged room, a staged home, a staged space is never a practical space.
Right.
Ever.
No.
And no one really wants to live in that. They just want to see the space look as clean and simple as possible, and they want to see the furniture and how it fits in the space. But really, you don't want a staged home.
If you have no furniture and no belongings, great.
Yeah, or if you have absolutely zero personality.
Right.
But that's nobody. So a staged home is never a practical home for design. We certainly know the difference, and we are constantly helping our clients build out the space of their dreams, layering in their elements in addition to what we would source for them. And a staged home is a bad, you don't want to be
there's
doing
nothing
that.
personal.
So that's
there.
our second dislike.
Cold. Yes.
Yeah. And the third?
Disjointed.
Disjointed.
Home, where it just doesn't feel cohesive. So there's a difference.
Flow.
We said matchy-matchy we don't like, but then we also don't want the home to feel like it's separated from itself.
Mm-hmm. So the idea when you're designing spaces, and this is, again, what we really excel at, is bringing all the spaces within the home together and making them all feel like they flow together, but keeping each room and allowing each room to have its own personality. That's really important as well. So you walk through a space, you don't want to walk into a room that's mid-century modern. I don't mean to use these terms because we just talked about that, but if you throw a mid-century modern kitchen into a coastal living room, you're going to walk through that house and your head is going to be spinning. So the idea is to create this cohesive feeling. We talked about this on the last weeks with paint. You know, you have your primary paint color, and then you just kind of throw in the secondaries, and you're doing the exact same thing with design. You kind of pinpoint what you like.
Right.
What are your fabrics? What are your color choices? And then you kind of want to keep that same tonality and design sense the whole way through the property, giving each room its own personality.
Exactly. You might have a certain element that you have in your kitchen that you carry throughout the rest of your home, so that all feels cohesive and is one, but not too matchy-matchy. So it's really important that you layer in those different elements. So again, you're building that home that is organic and personal, but it still has that element that flows throughout the entire home. So whether it be a wood tone or a certain color, maybe your favorite color is blue and you want to carry little elements of that throughout the home, it will feel like it's meant to be that way, but you didn't try too hard. Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So that is our coffee break today.
Yeah.
Our 3 likes and our 3 dislikes.
We hope that you liked this.
Yeah, we hope that you liked this.
Helpful.
We hope that you like us and follow us and share us with all of your friends and everyone that you know.
Yes.
And we are continuing to design for everybody right now.
Yeah. So if you need help, call us.
Yes.
It's what we love to do.
Yeah.
So
the new year's right around the corner and we're all stuck inside. So
yeah.
So if you need a room refresh, we can help you, and we will apply all of these to your design as well. Yeah. So thank you guys.
Bye. Till next time.